Hi everyone, it's AJ. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode of my comic book pickup series. Comic Book Corner. It's a pickup episode, yes. So I'm going to take a look at the items that I picked up in the comic shop when I went down there this week, including a figure. So let's take a look, shall we? Okay, so first up, I want to show this, just something little that I picked up. The day I'm filming this, I've taken my dad shopping. I've taken him shopping to Sainsbury's to get his weekly shop, because that's what I do every week for him. I take him there. He's getting old. He's not very good on his feet and that anymore. So, yeah, I take him shopping, as well as doing a lot of other stuff for him. Sorry, cup of tea there. I've just got back in. So anyway, I picked up, I went and had a look at their Hot Wheels section. Yeah, Hot Wheels. Always have a little mooch around at times. And a while ago, I was in Entertainer and I picked up this Batmobile. Batmobile from the newer film. I'm not a fan of the film, but I do like Batmobiles. You know, different types of Batmobiles. And I picked up this one here. Which is from Arkham Asylum, the game. And I'm just showing you the ones that I've got. And the classic Adam West Batmobile. And I don't know, there's another one somewhere. No, that was it, them four. So I've got USS Enterprise here. It's great what they do in Hot Wheels. Enterprise, yeah, fantastic. But anyway, so I was in Sainsbury's. And I went and had a mooch around after we'd done the shopping. And I found this Batmobile. And it is another Adam West one, but in gold with sort of purple windows. TV series Batmobile. So, okay, I'll add that to the Hot Wheels collection of Batmobiles. Fantastic. So comic shop wise. So I went to the comic shop. My comic shop, a place in space in Croydon, fantastic shop. And then I went up to the Forbidden Planet in Croydon, just for a little, you know, I had time to kill. I was on my way home from work. This was Friday. I thought I'd have a look in there, and I picked up a figure. Now I like picking up my Spawn figures of late. I've got a small collection going. I've got a She Spawn. I've got a Haunt. I've got a Mortal Kombat Spawn. I've got a Gunslinger Spawn. Still got to get a main Spawn though. But I picked up this one here. Raven Spawn from McFarlane Toys. It was on sale, $15.99, reduced from $19.99 as you can see. But not only that, when I got to the till, the young lady who scanned it actually said to me, okay, your Spawn figure is actually, there you go, Spawn, Raven, Spawn, Small Hook, $9.99. $9.99, so fantastic. So yes, a £10 for that their Spawn. Obviously I don't take these out of their boxes. I've got them over there, just sort of stacked on behind my sort of sofa that I've got in here. But what I'm planning on doing is I've got space on the wall all up there, above where you can't see, above these images. And I'm going to just stick them all up there. I'm going to, you know, put a pin up and have them all hanging up there, all my Marvel Legends and things like that. So, yeah, so $9.99. And I do like these figures. Todd McFarlane, who's the creator of Spawn anyway, went on to create McFarlane Toys. Not a toy. Yeah, right. No, because it's for older adults, older collectors. It's not a toy. Anyway, but yeah, or it's a toy. But yeah, so he created, you know, his company is McFarlane Toys. He makes them fantastically detailed. I might do a video showing them all in one go, all of them that I've got. So this is my 5th Spawn figure. And a lot of them I've picked up at sale price, which is fantastic. So that's that. That's that out of the way. So let's take a look at the comic books that I picked up this week. Okay, so where to begin? Where to begin? I don't know. All right, I'll begin at the top. First up, they're all backed and in card and bags. Is the latest issue 3 of Vampirella Year 1. fantastic cover. These do have great covers. They really do. You get a cover selection that you can sort of go for. Variant covers and all that sort of a thing. And what I've got to take my hat off to this company, and again, Ian put this in my head, Ian over at Ian Hill's The Ramblings, is that these comics don't shy away from showing what a woman looks like. You know, sort of perfect example of a woman, shall we say. But what I mean is, like, Marvel started drawing their comics in such a way that characters like Captain Marvel looked androgynous. You know, flat-chested, short hair. You couldn't tell if it was a male or a female because of the sort of culture that we're in. So hats off to this company for keeping this sort of thing alive. It should be embraced. But anyway, so this is Year 1, Vampirella, Issue 3. Vampirella, Year 1, Issue 3 from Dynamite Comics. Then we have from Dynamite Comics again, Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. Again, fabulous cover, fabulously drawn, fabulously painted. Again, you do get, you know, you can have a choice of covers as to what one you'd want. Sometimes I do pick up variants, but Sheena, based upon, you know, the character of Sheena. Been a TV series, there's been a film, do have them. You know, it's... I've said it before, I'll say it again. I like... you've got Vampirella versus Red Sonya coming. I do like independent titles because they're stories that are away from what you get on in films and TV now. So a lot of the Marvel stuff I do avoid for that sort of very reason. Yeah, there we go. Then we have Batman The Knight, issue 9. Now, I am going through a sort of Batman fatigue thing at the moment, where I have stopped with a lot of Batman-related stuff. I mean, I don't mind picking up a Batmobile when I see it, because I like the Batmobiles, but a comic certainly stopped. However, this comic was in the process of going on while I sort of stopped, so I was going to see it out to the end. It's a 10-part series, and yeah, so that's the reason that I still continue with this until when it's over, it's over. Then we have here, issue 1, DC Horror presents Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead. Yeah, so I had to get this. You know, I used to play Call of Duty Zombies. I used to love playing Call of Duty Zombies with my sons, and because I like the zombie genre, I like World War II. When you mix them, I love it. I don't know, I just like it. And this is that sort of an element. Not only that, this is actually written by Bruce Campbell. Yes, New York Times best-selling author and horror icon Bruce Campbell gives life to Easy Company. So, therefore, you know, I love Bruce Campbell. I think he's a fantastic actor. Right, you know, as a B-movie actor, I think he's a fantastic fella when I see him in interviews and whatnot. And I've read his 2 books, If Chins Could Kill and Make Love the Bruce Campbell Way. Both fantastic reads, very easy to read in that they're just so immersive. You just want to turn the page. And Bruce Campbell writing a comic, fantastic. Not only that, I did also pick up a polybagged version, like that, which is sealed, and it is duffel bag gore variant. I don't know what it is. It's sealed. Yeah, I don't know what the cover is. I'm not going to open it. I'm going to leave it sealed. And maybe in 20 years' time I'll come across it and I'll open it. Anyway, next up we have another Batman title, believe it or not, and I am reading this one. And that is Batman Beyond, The White Knight. And again, reason being, it's Batman Beyond. So I'm stepping out of the realms of Batman, Bruce Wayne, and that sort of area of Batman to read about Batman Beyond. Yeah, Batman Beyond, The White Knight. Obviously, Bruce Wayne is an old man in it, if you remember from the comic, from the cartoons and that sort of a thing. But it's a different iteration of Batman that I'm happy to get on board with, because it's kind of like reading Spider-Man 2099. You know, if you get my meaning. Then we have here issue 6 of Carnage, the Marvel character. There's a new Spider-Man coming. The end of the Spider-Verse, October 2022. Dan Slott and Mark Bagley. Okay, Dan Slott's a good writer. Mark Bagley's a good artist. He used to draw Spider-Man for ages. He's drawn Spider-Man. That may be of interest, just based upon Dan Slott and Mark Bagley's art. So anyway, so this is, like I said, Carnage. I don't know where we're at with Carnage. To be continued. Yes. I wondered if it was a mini-series or not. And then we have... Where are we at? Okay, then we have Van Helsing. Now this is published by Zenescope. So this falls under the banner of Grim Fairy Tales, which is a comic book that I've got from issue 1. It used to be a sort of a darker take on the sort of fairy tales, and it'd be each issue when it first started would be sort of like a lesson learned type of thing, and it grew into this whole world encompassing all these sort of fairy tale characters with this dark tale, and some of them were like, you know, female sort of heroic type of characters, and they delve into everything. So Van Helsing, female version of Van Helsing, and I'll be honest, I'm surprised that this hasn't been sort of looked at being snapped up as a sort of TV series, an animated series, a film series, or anything like that. It works, and there's so much of it though. There really is a lot of it, of this. I'm quite picky now with what I get. But I do also have here a variant cover for that as well, like so. So it's the same comic, different cover. Step out now. And here I have issue 1 of Robin Hood Baba Yaga, which again is a same company, Zenescope, Grim Fairy Tales tie-in comic. With Robin Hood. Robin with a Y. Again, this company here, again, has to be applauded, again, for keeping with, you know, that sort of traditional look of what a woman, or a perfect woman, would look like, as opposed to it being androgynous looking, shall we say. So, yeah, and these are an enjoyable read. Okay, next up. Issue 2 of Transformers Shattered Glass 2. I do like my Transformers. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I do have them all Transformer comic books from 1980s in graphic novel form, trade paperback graphic novel. I used to read Transformers as a kid, Transformers UK, the large ones, and when they were, I'll show you, when they were done like this by, is it Hachette? Yeah, Hachette. There, that company there, they started reprinting everything Transformers that was ever done, UK, American, it's all in there, all of it. And I collected 100 of these. It stopped at issue 100. I collected 100 of them to get all the a lot of it was doubles because I bought them as individual issues, but I just wanted the whole book set like that, and great stuff too. So Transformers Shattered Glass. Obviously that ended and Transformers is still carrying on, do you know what I'm saying? So next up we have issue 3 of The Mandalorian. Now I'm getting these. Sorry, I just need a drink, really thirsty. that's a sort of concept art, like at the end of the show where you have the art up on the cover there. But what this series is it's actually a sort of adaptation. Each episode is so this is an adaptation of episode 3. So each episode is being adapted into comic book form, which I'm getting. I think it's a bit of a missed opportunity that they haven't given Mandalorian his own comic where he's on other adventures and stuff. But you never know, it may lead to that. But at the moment, I'm quite happy to sort of have a comic book adaptation version of them. Fantastic stuff. And then we have Vampirella Strikes, issue 5. Now I have 2 covers here. An arty one, like so, as in drawn, and a cosplay variant cover there. Now, this image, is quite a relatively famous image, sort of image where you got someone in a sort of glass, and it brings back memories. It brings back. I once dated this woman several years ago now, before being married as I am, but between my marriages, and she had a tattoo that ran up one of her legs, literally up the side of the leg from the ankle all the way up to the top of her leg, sort of here, yeah. And it was of Betty Boop. And basically what it was at the very bottom you had Betty Boop in hell, like devil version, and flames working their way up the side of her leg that then hit a glass, much like that, with Betty Boop in the glass, and the flames dissolved into bubbles, and then the bubbles went up the leg and into clouds, and then you had Betty Boop at the top as an angel. It was just fantastic, and whenever I see an image like that, it always brings back that memory of her. Yeah, so then we have, like I said, the cosplay variant cover, and inside is, you know, just standard Vampirella. Now, Vampirella's been a comic that's been around since like 1960s, and they've always had this sort of a, you know, shall we say, a sort of titillation kind of a aspect to the cover art and that sort of a thing. In fact, you can get books with all the cover art in. But she's a great character. I've got the film on DVD, starring Talisa Soto. And why they don't make a remake film of it, a new one, I don't know. We'll have to find out whether they ever will. This is this looks like the final issue of that, the end for now. So that was Vampirella Strikes. That's a mini-series, so that one's over. And then we have another Red Sonya. Again, a cosplay variant cover, like so. And this is Samurai Sonya. So Red Sonya in sort of samurai times. But like I've said, as much as the covers are very sort of maybe suggestive in some people's minds, the content within is just sort of standard comic book content with no sort of, you know, not delving into that sort of an ilk of stuff, shall we say. So next up we have a Captain America, Symbol of Truth, and this is Sam Wilson as Captain America. I do like Captain America as a character. I like Sam Wilson as a character. Since the days of Secret Wars, I've always liked the character of the Falcon. I'm talking about the original Secret Wars. I had a little figure of him. And I remember to this day that Secret Wars figure, Sam Wilson. I thought it was fantastic. This is a Miracle Man cover. Yeah, Miracle Man variant. And I like Sam Wilson as a character. I like that he's taken over in the films as Captain America. I've got no issue with that, you know, passing the baton to him. That's the new Falcon in it. And yeah, I get enjoyment out of Captain America Sam Wilson. And Steve Rogers as well. So then we have, I said about Spawn and my figures. Gunslinger Spawn issue 12, like so. Again, you do get variant cover choices with these. Let's see if I can find an image of the other cover that was available. If it's in the back, if they show it, they should show it. They normally do. I don't think they do. They don't, for some reason. I don't know. But anyway, so Gunslinger Spawn. You've got King Spawn, Gunslinger Spawn, normal Spawn. She Spawn hasn't actually got her own series, but she is a big part of the comic that I'll be looking at next. So that's, yeah, the latest issue of Spawn. Of Gunslinger Spawn. Because there's different spawns throughout the ages, that sort of a thing. So next up, I have here issue 10 of Scorched, which is a Spawn comic, where She Spawn is like one of the primary characters, like so. That's the next issue, issue 11. As you can see, you've got Gunslinger Spawn in it. You've got Haunt, the character of Haunt in it, who's a Spawn character I've got the figure of. Yeah, so you have all these different spawns sort of working together in Scorched. Great stuff, great stuff. Okay, next up, we have an issue of Draculina, and this is the last comic here. Draculina, another Dynamite related character who's very much in line with Vampirella, in these silly outfits that just would never stay on, no matter what you've done. Vampirella in it herself. Yeah, you know, it's again, I'm just drawn to comics that more so that aren't tied to a TV or movie now. I don't know if that's because I know why it is. It's because the films now directly influence the comics, and I don't like that. Because the comics are trying to be sold to the audience of the film. I get it from a business perspective, because your film and TV is far larger than your comic audience. So therefore, let's try and push the comic books to that audience of people to get more readers. Only in doing so, they step on the toes of your readers that have been long-time readers, long-time collectors, because you know, the comics are influenced by that, whereas the films started off being influenced by the comics, and you still get a bit of that, but there's this like, it's just a horrible situation, and I don't like that. But anyway, so those were my pickups for the week, or 2 weeks I should say, or was it a week? I don't know. I try to go every 2 weeks, so I won't be going back this Friday coming. I'll go the following Friday, very likely, and pick up my next lot of bits. So this is AJ. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you all later. Take care and goodbye.